Hi, I'm Rachel Davis. I am a nurse practitioner in Knoxville, Iowa. I own Rejuvenate RX, and today we are going to be doing PRF injections. So first, what we're going to do is we've discussed with the patient contraindications, risks. She hasn't been taking any blood thinners, and she does consent to the procedure today. Doesn't have any contraindications, and consents have been signed. So first, what we're going to do is draw her blood. We're going to start with the kit from Timeless Evolution. In this kit, you'll find everything that you are going to need to do the procedure. So right now, all we need is the butterfly needle, the Vacutainer, and we will be using PRF tubes. These tubes are empty. There's no additives except just to make sure that the blood doesn't stick to the sides of the tubes, but nothing that's going to affect your results for your PRF. Today I'm going to do 2 tubes. This will be enough to do all of the areas that we just discussed. Just relax. You're going to feel these until they stop. So you want a nice big vein. Makes the process a little faster. The PRF tubes from Timeless are 12 ml. We'll just let our patient relax there for a minute. We're going to take our vials, put them in our centrifuge. Make sure that they are across from each other to create balance. Close the lid. You're going to want your RPMs at 800. You can go down to 600, but 800 is what we'll use for today. The time is 5 minutes. And we're going to go ahead and get everything ready because as soon as this is done, we're going to harvest right away and start injections as soon as possible. The PRF turns to a gel very quickly, so we need to inject as quickly as possible. Today we're going to use a micro cannula for these injections. The one I'm using is a 27 gauge 38 millimeter, but you can use your favorite cannula for that. I do have a syringe of saline. If we were going to do PRP or PRF with PRP, you're going to inject the PRF first. But if you're going to inject PRP later and you want to use the same cannula, you need to make sure that you flush it. Otherwise, that PRF will turn to a gel in the cannula and you'll have to get a new one. I'm going to go ahead and clean off my injection points on the patient real quick. So we're going to go underneath her eye. We'll start the cannula here and we'll bring it across into the inner canthus and deposit the PRF as we withdraw the cannula. Same here. We'll inject the cannula here. We'll go up, deposit the PRF as we withdraw. We'll also put just a little bit in the pillows of the lips. The amount depends on the patient's anatomy. So not every patient's going to have an exact number of mLs deposited at each site. So this is going to be by look and feel individualized to each patient. So PRF can be used in any place where you use filler, you can use PRF. You can use it to create a more structured lip as a filler. And as that breaks down, it will build collagen and create more of a youthful appearance. Most people will need more than one session. So they're typically 4 to 6 weeks apart. And I always recommend 3 to 5 sessions to get started. And then every 6 to 12 months, depending on the breakdown of their individual's collagen. So here we have our product. If you've seen PRP before, you'll notice that this is a little bit more pink in color. A little less processed. So we have an 18 gauge needle to vent the system. We'll use the spinal needle included. We're going to go right down to where the more pink meets the red, and that is where we will find our platelet-rich fibrin. So you're going to notice it's more of a pink in color. Repeat on the other syringe. So you'll vent, bring your spinal needle, try not to disrupt those red blood cells. Draw. Okay. Now we're ready to go. And get the air out of these. Make sure that you use protection away from your eyes. So you can use lidocaine to numb, but either way you're going to be poking a needle. And I prefer just the one poke rather than distorting with the lidocaine. Gonna feel a poke here. So right where we've created that, here's our micro cannula. Go ahead and get that started. You'll feel a pop right into the space that you're wanting to be. And you'll slowly feed that. If you meet a little resistance, you can create just a little tiny bolus to pull those skin layers apart. Progress. So as you can see, I'm here in the inner canthus of the eye, and I'm going to begin injecting the PRF slowly as I withdraw the cannula. And you can see that instant filling. They may have swelling for the first few days while they wait for that to dissolve. I'm just going to, without removing the cannula, go up and deposit just a little. Okay. Gonna feel a poke. You can see the tip of the needle right here. And then as I withdraw, I'll inject. I'll do a little bolus here. Okay. You'll feel that you're in the right plane whenever it moves freely. Lean your head back if you can. If you meet a little resistance, you can Again, put a little bit of serum. So here is my tip of my cannula. I'm just going to create a little V here, injecting the PRF. Give her some volume right there. Inject as I withdraw. Without removing the cannula. I'm going to go over this way. We're going to give her some volume to her lips. So maybe open a little bit. Guide this needle a little bit. This cannula, sorry. Until I feel like that we're in the right space. Little volume to that pillow. See if we can get back in to do the bottom lip. This closes very quickly, so. Little bolus, get through that skin. To the pillow of the bottom lip. Here. Inject. All right, that side's done. Now it's just going in nice and smooth. You can feel the cannula right here. So again, V. I like to feel, I can feel it more than you can see it. Inject while withdrawing. Before we get all the way out, move. Into the lip. You can see the cannula right here. I'm going to inject a bolus right here into the pillow of the lip. And then we'll go down here. See, that's how fast it can close up on you. Just one more, one more little needle. You can see my cannula right here. Finish that. This one's empty, so I can leave that cannula right there. Hang on to it. And finish out my other syringe. Okay. And that's it. So now we've treated both under eyes. You can see how she has more fullness here. The depressions here are filled. A little plumpness to her lips and smoothness in her nasolabial folds. We could go back in and do the vermilion borders to give a little more definition. We could come and just fill this. It depends on how much PRF you have and what the patient's goals are. So the patient will not do anything different. She'll wash her face, make sure that she stays away from ibuprofen, anything that makes her bruise more easily. But in about 5 to 7 days, that will start to dissolve, and she'll start building her own collagen, and she will be a happy camper.